Now, another couple that's been having some problems lately, well, not necessarily a couple, they're not a couple no more, is Halle Berry and DDG. Child, the Little Mermaid girl. I don't know why DDG is allegedly slapping this girl and chipping her teeth and pushing her head against the steering wheel in his car. She's been granted a temporary restraining order against him, well, for domestic violence. Now, y'all know who Halle Berry is. Chloe and Halle. She was the Little Mermaid.
No, Bailey.
What I said, Chloe Halle?
You said Halle Berry.
Oh, not Halle Berry, girl.
No, not Halle
Bailey. Okay. The singer, her actress. She was the Little Mermaid, the live action little black mermaid. Are they still signed to Beyonce's label?
You know, I just honestly don't even know because I don't know when their music even coming out.
She's been having some real struggles in her personal life as of late. So you guys know that she was dating rapper, streamer,
okay, people.
DDG. They had a baby. They broke up in October. And child, she done told us that in January, he chipped her tooth, bammed her head against the steering wheel.
That was in January?
Yes, of this year.
Wait,
she went over
to... You told us that?
Huh?
You been told us this?
She just filed for a restraining order, and the judge granted her a domestic violence restraining order against DDG because he has been
DDG, or is it DDG?
No, it's DDG. Now that I do know.
Okay, all right, okay.
Now what has he done? He's called her a bitch. He's pulled her hair, slammed her face into the steering wheel. He's chipped her teeth. He's left bruises all on her body that she has taken pictures of it. She's had a whole bunch of text messages that he kind of forcibly entered into her house and took some pictures, insinuated that she was on vacation with another man. She presented all of this evidence, of course, to the judge, and the judge did grant her a restraining order against him. In addition to that, the judge gave her permission to take baby DDG or wherever she's going across the water for 2 months to film a movie. Now, DDG has basically said on his Twitch platform in the past that he has had to fight for visitation when it comes to Halle and the baby. But it seems like the judge saw all of the evidence that she presented and said, you need to stay away from her at least 100 feet or 100 yards from her at all times. Trey, what did you think about, these allegations that DDG was slapping the Little Mermaid across her head, child?
Now, let's just keep in mind, all of these things is alleged.
Well, the judge gave her a restraining order. In order for someone to get a restraining order, there has to be proof.
And this is where I'm going with this. And I think a lot of people. All right now. So maybe take off my watch and my earrings. Okay.
What you gonna do? I'll just throw another brick in the back of your head.
See, that's why you don't share personal stuff with people, because they try to use it against you.
Go ahead. What?
So my question is, and I can sound like an ass when I say this, is that why is it all the time that it's so easy for a judge to take the woman's side or believe what the woman is saying is valid so quick?
She had proof.
But is there any proof that's being asked of him?
What?
I'm playing devil's advocate. So in this situation, why is the judge so quick to believe this woman is saying what she's saying? How do we not know she wasn't cheating? How do we know she wasn't with another man? Another man did it.
Regardless if she was with another man or not, that don't give him permission to slap her across the face and chip her tooth.
But how do we know that he did that? So I was looking at that picture of her tooth, and I was like, where really is the chipped tooth at? Do we have a before and an after of the picture of her teeth? Because I don't know, her teeth still look fine to me. Not my Maurice. Do you look at that teeth and you tell me that the teeth look chipped? Honestly, you sat out there and looked at them teeth and they look chipped to you?
Okay, we'll remove the teeth from the equation. What about all of the bruises that was on her arm when they got to the tussling and fighting and stuff?
So Maurice, what you're telling me is it's not a possibility that you ever had sex and you got a little rough and you got some bruises on your body from the sex? Now you don't need proof to have a restraining order, Maurice. That's no proof.
Yes, you do need to have.
No, you do not. You can go down to the courthouse. Maurice, you can go down to the courthouse and tell the judge. No, I know this because I've had people who I know who have restraining orders and they have no proof. They just basically state that this person who's harassing me, I have an ex who not let me go. You don't need no proof of no domestic violence.
Trey, you sound silly. You
Okay.
sound really, really silly. You can't
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the judge tomorrow and say, hey, Hollywood has been harassing me. Okay, Maurice,
Look,
I'm gonna give you
in the comments, no, you do not need proof for restraining order. Or you talking about not requesting dental records.
You have to have proof.
You do not have to have proof to get a restraining order.
Let's see, I wish DeMario was here, our legal eagle, because he would be able to tell us if you have to have proof.
You're always trying to ask somebody to have your back, but you do not have to have proof to get a restraining order.
So you can say Maurice beat my ass and threw a rock and hit me upside the head. And my brain juice started flowing out, and then people gonna give you a restraining order against me without showing proof.
Maurice, you just literally just gave proof. If somebody hit you upside your head with a brick in the middle of, what'd you say, middle of the street or at home? Maurice, seriously, come on now.
There will be a trial.
Somebody do a quick Google search. Google.
Bitch, you do a quick Google search.
I can't. I'm on my iPad, and then I got you on my live with my phone. Okay, like
Do
so
you have to have proof to get a restraint? It finished the sentence for me. This damn AI is something. You know what?
Them phones are something else. Yep, they listen.
It's been I'm all about sources, finding credible sources.
Yes, you are.
A protective order restrains the accused person, also known as the respondent, from harassing, stalking, and threatening the physical safety of the other. The specific elements you need to prove to get a restraining order vary from state to state, but in general, you need a specific instance or instances of abuse or harassment, such as sexual assault by an intimate partner, threat of violence, or further abusive behavior or harassment. Proof! Trey, you got to have proof.
No. What state that's in?
It said it varies from state to state. It will require you to have proof of the allegations of careful and thoughtful petition with evidence.
That's not what that. Maurice, read that again. That's not what that said, Maurice. Read that again. Read it again, Maurice.
You got to have proof.
So let me ask you this.
Restraining orders.
So what is the proof in this situation?
To keep people safe. They can provide a level of security if you're afraid someone may hurt you. But before a court restricts your abuser's freedom, because that's what you're doing, you're restricting someone's freedom, it will require you to prove the allegations of your careful and thorough petition with evidence.
I hope you get a noise complaint tomorrow. I hope that your ass get a noise complaint.
You gonna file a restraining order on me?
No, I hope that your neighbors get a noise complaint on your ass tomorrow while they damn banging on that damn table. That ain't saying what you're saying. That ain't what it's saying.
When they're wrong, they hate.
But let me ask you this: what is the proof? The chipped tooth picture, bruises on her body.
There were text messages which showed aggression. Apparently, there were some witnesses because when he
black man always aggressive. If he's sending some text
my God!
If he's sending some text messages about some shit, he's aggressive.
At the end of the day, in the beginning of the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, the judge found validity in her claims and restricted his ass from coming next to her for at least 100 feet or yards or whatever the case may be. Now she's concerned that DDG is going to his followers and stuff on the Twitch profile because he's a huge streamer. I think he said he made $1 million in a month or maybe a couple of 100,000.
I'm about to start streaming.
Listen, that's what I'm talking about.
Do I need to show my feet on there?
Nobody want to see them on.
My feet are pretty. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to see them raw.
Don't make me put my feet on this camera.
Put them on the camera.
I got socks on right now.
You can't even lift your feet up.
You a lie. Thank you.
Hold it up. Hold them legs up. You know you like holding the legs up in the air. Hold the legs up in the air.
Wow, that's crazy. Just a real update real quick. Dion shared in the comments, and I just want to go back to on what he said. He was talking about the Chloe, the Halle Bailey.
Okay.
He was saying she was granted a TRO that does not require evidence. Evidence is only needed for full hearing. Just FYI.
What's his source? Tell him to cite his
Maybe he went and looked up and see what she was
cite his
granted.
source. All I know
what she was granted.
He got to stay away from her. She did win temporary custody, full custody of that baby. if the judge gave her all of that, something got to be going on here.
It's just really sad because one thing that we've seen on social media is
Take your hands
hold on.
and
Let me
objects to
finish.
yourself.
What's really sad is on social media, we've seen this young man create a relationship with his son. And to take a black man's son from him, that could do something to somebody. And I'm just being completely honest. I'm not here for no domestic violence and all those things. But we have actually seen, it was points when we was like, where the fuck is Haley at? Because all we see is him and the son.
For sure. Always in front of a camera or whatever.
And we learned more about this little boy through his dad.
I didn't even know who DDG was before he started dating this girl.
But you found out. You found the fuck out.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
And he's a very, successful,
Rapper,
influencer,
streamer.
or whatever the case may be. You know what? His fathering skills or his parenting skills aren't necessarily on trial here. It's his behavior trial.
Is there a trial?
Well, obviously there was a hearing.
That's bullshit.
If Dion want to say a temporary, protective order, custody, whatever the case. All I know, she can
Temporary restraining order.
She can take that baby across the pond for 2 months away from him. And apparently he done hit her head against the steering wheel on the car. I understand what
Now, how we know that she wasn't drunk and dozed off?
Oh my God, leave the Little Mermaid alone, girl. That girl ain't bothering nobody.
I'm just asking the question. How do we know she wasn't, because we know she likes to drink.
Well, how do we know that he didn't beat her ass?
I mean, true. We don't know
The
that.
judge thought so, though. Next case, as Kaya said, we was talking about something else. You want to backpedal? We wanted to find the one comment that supported your foolery.
Well, they got a court date coming up in June, so we gonna wait to see what the judge say when that court date come up.